Hello, I'm going to show you the assembly of the xylophone. We begin with the two base pieces, small one, large one. From the point of view of all the instructions I'm giving, it is as you face the xylophone as if you were playing it. So from the back of the xylophone, this side will be right, this side will be left. This is the big bars over here of the xylophone, the small bars are up here. We begin by putting down these two base pieces. They should be about 5 feet apart. I'll just lie them on the floor right here. Leave that for a moment. Now we have the cross piece to give stability. I will leave this with one of the bolts in the piece, and just so it doesn't get lost, I will have one of these knobs on here, okay? So the first step is to remove that knob. One of these ends has been marked right and one has been marked left, okay? Now, again, we want right on this side, so that goes this way, except that it goes down. Make sure that you get the pegs going down, okay, on the right side. Okay, so then this one is exactly, that one says right. Okay, again, that's the right side right there. So I want this one going this way. And you see this X right here. Now, this is a little bit tricky to get those guys lined up, but now they are lined up. Take the knob that you had right here and put it onto the bolt. Okay. And you want it pretty loose. So it's still going to go a little bit flippy, and then we will tighten it up later. Okay, so now we will pick up the left piece and put the peg into the middle hole of the left, and now we will put that on the other side of that. Okay, so now we have it. So just to make things easier, I will try to straighten up these guys as much as possible. Okay, now three of the pieces are marked right, and they are also numbered, okay? So this one says 2R. So that means it goes into that hole right there and twist it so that the bevel is in the right direction. Okay. Now it's in there right, okay? And then we just put in the other two. And how about putting the numbered sides up? So that's number 1 and number 3. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Now for the left side. Here again, and you can tell because it has this bevel right here, and it also says 3 right there on the left side. So we put it over here on the left side. Again, drop it in to the slot right there. Oops. Looks like I'm going to have to okay, so is it all in now? Right? Yes. Okay, so we can tighten this up. Now, it's not going to get... Okay, so tighten that up now. Now, we have, again, you want to keep it sort of perpendicular to the cross piece. Now we have the 4 sticks that go on this side. Okay, so this one is marked number 4 left. So here is, counting from me, here's the 4th hole. This one says 5. There's the 5th hole. Here is the 1st hole. And here is the 2nd hole. All right. So you've got the frame already. Again, let me straighten it up as much as I can. Okay. And now the trickiest part, and you may want a second person to help on. Notice this came out for a second, so I'm gonna straighten it up there. Okay. Make sure this one is in correctly. It is. Okay, so here's the trickiest thing. You have to put these 8 pegs. Okay, so here we have 3 holes. That's going to be on the right side, and down below there will be 5 holes, and they're going to go on this side. This is the trickiest part of the assembly. We have to get those 8 pegs into these 8 holes. The frame weighs 40 pounds, so you probably want an assistant to help you with this right here. Okay, you take that in. Okay. 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 One. That's okay. That's okay. 2. That's in there. Okay. Okay. Here we go. This one. Okay. I will pick up. One. This is tricky. Oops. There. And there. Mucho gracias. Okay. Thank you. All right. So, that wasn't too hard. Once again, it weighs 40 pounds. Okay, now, let's make sure this is tight down here. All right. Now, it's time for the bars. What?
It's not quite attached.
tight as can be.
Okay.
Okay, bars. Start with the naturals. See that these springs right here are not connected. Later on, when we get all the bars on, we will pull these two springs together, okay? So here goes. Now, what you notice is that these hooks right here face away from the center, okay? So, here we go. So, sometimes you have to tug the bars or tug the cord to get them straight so that we get it into all of the hooks. Again, having some slack cord helps you a whole lot. Almost there. You have to be careful because the cord, as you're working one end and then the other, sometimes it comes out from one end. So you have to make sure the cord is always on the outside of the hooks. Okay, 3 to go. And the last one. Okay. By the way, I will tell you that this would have been a lot easier had I given myself some more slack before I did this. Okay, so here goes. That's in there. Okay, there, and then hook up the last one. Okay. I'm going to give myself a little bit more slack here because that's just too tight down there. So what I need to do is pull on this end right here. See if I can get some slack. That's one. And that's two. Okay, so all right, so here's all the naturals, and now we can come back down here and tighten up the cords. Okay, so I'm tightening those up, pulling on the cord. Okay, and now I will try to get this spring. Okay, stop the thing. See when? Okay, so now I'm pulling the cord on both sides as much as I can, and then the deal is we've got to get these springs hooked up. Okay, and there they are. And then you can do whatever you like with the cord, just stuff it down there if you like. Okay, so that's it. Now let's do the sharps. And for the sharps, I'm going to use a screwdriver. See if that makes things easy. Straight blade screwdriver right here. Okay, so once again, we want the spring released. Okay, and now let's get ourselves sort of as much slack as we can, because on the naturals, wow, that was tight. Okay, so here we go, and we start threading these guys up again. This is going much easier than the naturals, I think, because I got myself so much slack before I started threading these. Okay. Okay, I'm just going to use the screwdriver here on this one for a second. Just get myself. Okay. Certainly coming along a lot easier than the naturals did. And again, I believe that's because I got myself a whole lot of slack on these guys. Again, whenever it seems a little bit tight, I can sort of go to the end and get myself some more slack. Okay, now it's getting real tight. So I'm gonna just pull on the last two bars. Okay, now, mighty tight down here, but that's one. And there it goes. Okay, sharps are all installed. Once again, we come down here and we want to pull these as tight as we can because we want the bars resting on the cord rather than coming down here to the frame itself. Okay, so let's see if I've got enough. And that's fine, okay? So there's here, and once again, we can just tuck that in right there. So that completes the assembly of the xylophone. There you go.
Stop.